Hi there, and welcome back to Cheryl and Mom's Collectible Dolls. I wanted to show you two of the dolls that I finished restoring. I had them both up for sale today in my auction. One sold and one didn't. This one, I don't know if you remember when I first started restoring, I had her out. I believe she's papier-mâché, but there's bisque over her. I'm not positive, but I think that's what she is. And her face was so messed up. She had half of it with oil paint, half we had acrylic over it. She was a mess. And so her breastplate was broken in the back. So here she is, finished product today. I ended up having to sand all her paint off and repaint her. And she was very, as you can see, her legs didn't require anything. So you can see how pale she is. So I wanted to get her face as pale as it was. So here she is. I kind of painted over one part of an eyebrow, and I just saw today when she was up for auction, some of her bottom eyelashes on that eye. So I need to fix that. And like I said, she didn't sell, but I'm very pleased with how she turned out. I mean, considering all I had to do to her. And I have a disease called severe restless leg disease, and I've had it since I was a kid, to where I have to take medicine for it and it makes me shake. So trying to paint her eyebrows delicately was really difficult for me since that I have this condition. But, I was pleased with how she turned out. Okay, now I just watched Tammy. I just watched your latest videos, and you found a sweetie pie in your closet. Well, guess what? I just finished restoring this sweetie pie, and she's got the flirty eyes. And the tag that on her was she was sweetie pie from 1938 to 1940. She's 19 to 20 inches tall. She's F&B, a caracol wig, and flirty eyes, cloth body and composition, legs, arms, and face. So the only thing that was the matter with her was her arms were all splotchy. They looked like somebody had tried again to repaint, put on acrylic over oil, and they didn't look good at all. They were really, really splotchy. So I ended up having to sand off all the old paint and repaint her arms, and I'm really pleased with the color they turned out. Yeah, I'm really pleased with how she turned out. Her fingers, her arms. So, and she did sell today at my auction. So I wanted to get this filmed before I pack her tomorrow to go out. Okay, so that's my two finished products. Now, what I'm going to do next, I have this, oh, what is her name? I forget the lady's name who made her. I want to say Grace Boyer. Anyway, she's one of the original Campbell Kids, and she's composition. She had a lot of crazing on her face, and she is one I don't want to take her paint off. With that face, I don't want to screw up trying to repaint it. So what I did is I used some of the, what do they call, pastel crayons, and rubbed it in the crazing parts of her face and just let it sit a minute, and then pressed it in and wiped it off with a oh, why can't I even say it? Okay, microfiber cloth. Boy, that was difficult. And, you can still see some places, but really, she looks a lot better, her face does. I should have taken a before picture, but I didn't. But now I noticed when she didn't sell today, her hands are a problem. She has that finger broken off. So what I'm going to do, her legs are okay. You can even see underneath she still has her original red and white dress on and painted on shoes. But what I'm going to do is, like I said, I don't want to do the face over, but I am going to fix her hands. So that's my next project. Then, oh, I should have brought her over. Well, I didn't. I'll show you in a minute another one that I've got to get her legs back on that I finished, okay? This big baby is marked on the back, fibroid. I don't know why it's fibroid, but she's beautiful. I mean, she is just so beautiful. Her legs there's a little crazing on them. And this one, none. That one, some. And a little nick out of it. So I'm going to have to redo her legs. Her arms and hands look really good. That's a scratch. And so I don't think I'm going to have to do anything with those. Just clean her up a little. I haven't cleaned her at all. And look at, I mean, her eyes are clear. But then I took off her bonnet. I was all excited, and then I took off her bonnet, and it was like, oh dear. Oh dear, she split at the crack. She's got this big piece out of her, or dirty on her head. I don't know, pieces coming off, big chunks coming off of her head. So obviously, I'm going to have to redo her head next. So that's another one of my next projects. Now that my auction's over, and I did not do very well today, we only sold about 8 dolls. So I don't have many to box and invoice, so I'll have the time to work on more dolls. Then I have this little guy, and I say guy because it says guy. He's at F&B, and he's marked. Besides his tag, he's marked F&B in the back, but his tag says he is Tommy Tucker with moving eyes, an F&B durable doll. So I think that just means open and close eyes. He's got cloth feet, cloth body. His hands are in bad shape. And then, poor guy, I'll show you in a second what they did to him. His head has some places on it. I think he had all molded hair before. Maybe not. Maybe he did come with this wig, but let me show you because I have it here. When I take dolls apart, I learned the hard way to put what belongs with them in a baggie or something so it's with that doll so they don't get misplaced, because I've done that. And it's like, oh, who did that belong to? So now I've learned. But anyway, he came with this little hat and a wig connected to it. Oh, no, it's not connected to it. Okay. So doing this one-handed. I should have put this on the tripod, but I didn't think I was going to film this much. To me, I like him better without the wig and his cap. I haven't looked him up online yet to see what he originally looked like. I'm not doing very good camera work. I'm sorry, you guys. But he's got a bad place on his nose, so he's going to have to be redone. I just can't decide whether I'm going to put hair back on him or let the molded hair. I'm going to look him up, see what I can find online, and see what he looked like originally, which way he came. So those are my next projects. Hopefully I can get those dolls all completed in the next 2 weeks. And if I do, I have one other here that I'm working on. It's a Patricia doll, Patsy Patricia doll, and I thought she was in really good shape, except for this one arm has the splotching like that. This is the kind of splotching that the Sweetie Pie had. So, but then I took her clothes all off, and somebody has used masking tape on her. So I'm gonna have to get that off and redo that in this arm. So those are my projects. Now I gotta walk over to my sofa because I finished painting the legs on this big baby doll. She's not marked, and that one of my customers really wants. She's so cute, but her legs were a mess. They were all cracked and paint and composition coming off. So I took them off, just like Tammy taught me, and I sanded and painted them, and they match pretty well. This isn't good light over here. I'm not as happy as I'd like to be with the feet, that they were in really bad shape. I sanded and sanded and sanded more, you know, And I still see some places like, oh, there's pits there, but I'm never going to get it perfect. It just was in that bad a shape. And so I've decided, I'm talking to the girl, and you know, you put socks on her or booties and nobody will know the difference. Okay? So that's all I got left to do on her. And I'll show you one other doll that I did sell today. This dress, when I started buying dolls to sell and, well, to fix now, but mostly to sell, I had bought a lot of these big rusty dolls, like this one, Holly, who I'm keeping from my collection. But the lady who had them had this doll, not the doll, only had the outfit. And she told me, well, the doll broke an arm off, and so she threw it all away. It's like, oh my God, I could have fixed it. No, don't do things like that. But she had the entire outfit. And so on eBay last week, I saw this doll, rusty doll, advertised. It wasn't the same exact one. And they said it was for a 42-inch doll, and she's only 40 inches. But I had the dress and her jewelry and her stand and shoes. So I ended up paying about $125, including shipping. And I shouldn't have said that on this because I don't want people to know, since I got a lot more for her today. I sold her for $200 today with an extra dress that I had from one I did break. So, but I love rusty dolls. They're so beautiful. I mean, look at those faces, that face. And she's so elaborate in the costuming. I mean, just amazing. Look at that hat. And then all the feathers, in fact, feathers are getting all over me in the house, but gorgeous doll. Anyway, that's just to show you. So she'll be going out this week. So, and Tammy, you had mentioned, as I go back to my little work table, the other side of my living room, you mentioned today that you wanted to have a Mary Hoyer doll sometime, that you've never had one. Well, I have one, and I was trying to sell her today, and nobody wanted her, and she's in beautiful shape. And so, my friend Tammy, for all you've helped me and all you've done for me, I want to send her to you. So I will give you my email address, and if you could just email me your shipping address, it's my gift to you. And I think she's 12 or 14 inches. She's got the open and closed eyes. I believe it's an original outfit. I know the shoes and socks are original. I don't see any crazing on her. A friend and I were arguing. She kept saying she was plastic. I'm pretty sure she's composition. I mean, if you look at those hands. But I'll let you be the one to tell me, because I know Mary Hoyer dolls did come originally in composition, and then then they changed to plastic or vinyl. So Tammy, she's coming to you soon, and thank you for all you've done for me. And then you can let me know which of us is right. Am I right she's composition, or is my friend right that she's not? So thank you for all you've helped me, Tammy, and I hope you continue to. Is this a bribe? Maybe. Maybe. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And I hope you'll subscribe if you like it. And keep an eye out for my dolls when they go on auction, the 2nd and 4th Tuesdays of the month. My next one will be July 9th. And I try to put reasonable prices on the dolls. So, in fact, I think I sold Sweetie Pie today for 50 or 60, something like that. I have it written down somewhere. So, thank you for watching. If you like what you see, like Tammy always says, please comment, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe, please. Because I have all kinds of dolls. I have old dolls, I have modern dolls. You never know what I'm going to come up with. Thank you so much. Have a good rest of your week. Take care. Bye-bye.